All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here, of course, for Monster, episode 8.
Yes.
Oh,
so,
man. Tenma is alone.
Tenma is alone.
And,
Anna's run, or Anna's run.
Yeah, Anna, she
split.
Yeah, she split.
Yeah.
She left him the note, and I like that she's positive about the whole association,
Right.
but she needs to create the distance so that she feels more safe. Also, in particular,
The
police in that one particular city being potentially controlled.
Yeah.
Well, not zombified, but drone, so to speak, by Johan. One of the things I wanted to bring up is that Johan doesn't necessarily have to be controlling them. This is how insidious his fear works, is that Tenma is so paranoid, as long as he believes that Johan is controlling them, he won't go to them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Johan's influence then works either way. And I think it's really insidious how the fear of Johan is basically what's so powerful. Johan himself is not...
Nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's just really crazy to think about, that Tenma is already under Johan's influence, essentially.
Right.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Oh, man. All right, so I'm ready for this episode. So without further ado, let's get into it.
この脳動脈奇形には何本も血管が入ってる。流入動脈はすべて切離。流出静脈を処理。終わった。
His hair is getting longer.
It's over?
いや、なんでもない。
Oh wait, no, this is Anna? Yeah. Possibly.
No, that actually looks like his ex-fiance.
It does look like his ex, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was wondering if she was going to come back, because I think she's in the opening.
She's like, back to when things were nicer.
In one way.
For her, at least.
Yeah. But I wonder if she thinks back like, I can't believe I was that kind of a person back then, or if she's still kind of the same way.
We'll see. Which you gonna grab?
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is 10 years later.
Yeah. I think so.
うるさいわね。
あ、奥様申し訳ございません。警察の方が。
警察？
Yes.
お久しぶりです。エヴァ・ハイネマンさん。
His voice.
誰あなた。
9年前のお父様の事件の際にはお世話になりました。
事件もろくに解決できないヘボ刑事が。
Wow.
今さら私に何の
drunk or?
Well,
お父様の死
she
後
just had a glass of hard
この
alcohol
大邸
in the
宅をこ
morning.
うして維持さ
So
れているとは大したものですね。
ご覧の通りよ。何不自由ないわ。何かお気に入りのものがあったらお持ち帰りになって。
Yeah.
私はお酒があればそれで十分。
覚えてらっしゃらないかもしれない。9年前の品ですからね。シンプルな柄ですが、よく見ると折り柄が非常に凝っていて、なかなかいい品ですよ。
Yeah.
それがどうしたの？
いや、苦労しましたよ。何しろ9年前の品です。あなた、これを買われて誰かにプレゼントなさいませんでしたか？ある殺人事件の重要な鍵になるんですがね。
殺人。さあね。
Oh, she's not gonna
男
sell
に
him
プレゼン
out.
トなんて山ほどしたからいちいち覚えてらんないわ。私を心から愛する人間なんかいやしないわ。
He's gonna see the
だから
picture.
逆に慰謝料山ほど踏んだくってやったのよ。3回ともね。
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm no genius, but
Oh, gross. She's gonna kill herself doing this.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, take a lot more than that.
No, but okay, but this could go along with the theme of like Tenma helping people as he like tries to stop Johan.
顔色もいいし、これなら今週中にも退院できそうですよ。
ありがとうございます、ドクター天馬。来月娘の結婚式なんだが出席できますかね。
ええ、大丈夫です。でも宴会で羽目を外さないようにしてくださいよ。
ありがとう。諦めてたんだが、ドクター天馬のおかげだ。
ヘッさんが頑張ったからですよ。
あんたがずっとついていてくれたら、娘どころか孫の結婚式まで拝めそうだ。あんた本当に名医だ。
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Eva.
Yep. Her name's just so easy to remember, and yet she's so aggravating as a character that I don't care to remember it.
Kenzo.
There's a lot of parallels I could make between your name. Sure.
私たちいろいろあったわね。ケンゾー、お願い、私が悪かったわ。ケンゾー、ケンゾ
ー。Bye. And now we're back here.
Yep.
少しやつれたんじゃない？
いや、
長期休暇を取ってたそうね。
Yep.
そうよ。たまにはこうやって体を休めなくちゃ。あなた仕事の虫だもの。
Wasn't very relaxing.
君も少し痩せたんじゃないか。
いろいろあったから噂で聞いてるでしょ。
あ、悪いんだけど。
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
エヴァ。
Yeah.
And your next line will be
Wow.
やり直したいの。
Yeah.
3回の結婚の失敗で初めて分かったの。私のこと本当に愛してくれたのはケンゾー、あなただけだったわ。
That might have been right, yeah.
Yeah, but might be too late.
悪いんだけど。
Yeah.
君の気持ちは嬉しいけど受けられないんだ。それじゃ。
待ってケンゾー、私黙ってたんだから。警察があなたのネクタイのこと聞いてきたけど。
Oh, don't do this.
あなた、あのネクタイで何かまずいことでもあるんじゃないの？
Yeah.
私の言う通りにすれば黙っていてあげるわ。
Oh,
I knew
wow.
that. I knew
yeah.
it.
That's not going to
僕には
work.
やらなきゃいけないことがあるんだ。
Good man.
But that might be what ends up screwing him over.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, hell hath no
She's
fury.
not used to not getting what she wants. Yep.
Yeah, that is like the exact. Oh boy, that look.
それなら全部言うわよ。ネクタイのこと警察に話すわよ。全部言ってやる。9年前お父様たちを殺したのも全部あなたの仕業だって。
Wow. Oh boy.
重要参考人としてドクター天馬を引っ張れ。
辞表？どういうことだね、ドクター
He's
天馬。
resigning. Holy
勝手なことを
crap.
言って
I mean,
申し
it
訳あり
makes
ません。
sense, but
Yeah, but
君
dang.
は最近いろいろ妙な噂があるようだが、あんなものを私は全然信じていないよ。
Yep.
もう一度考え直して。あ、君。
It's almost like
I
they're
don't
setting
know.
this up for Tenma
Well,
to
because
run.
this is in a different city, so the police shouldn't have been gotten to over here.
No, but Lung is heading up the police here.
Right.
So it's still
But he should-
antagonistic towards Tenma.
Yes, absolutely antagonistic, but he should still be able to like
各
explain
病棟の入り
things.
口を塞げ。
Potentially.
裏口も忘れるな。
But
He's a man of logic. Now, since she's not there, he wouldn't have any witness to testify for him.
right. And it might
Whoa,
not.
all his patience.
Yeah, wow.
ドクター天馬が人殺しなんかするわけがない。そうだ。
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
ドクター天馬は無実だ。警察は帰れ。
What the
That
heck?
is awesome.
Oh, I would
But
have never
he's stone
predicted
cold.
that.
He's not gonna.
No.
Yeah.
とにかく駅の前で降ろしてくれ。
はい。相変わらずお忙しいですね、ドクター天馬。
Wow. Wow.
Dang. You can't go back.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, burned the bridges.
Yep.
あんなやつあんなやつ
Ugh.
死んだ方がマシだ
大変です。あの双子の兄弟がどこにもいないんです。
もう忘れちゃったから、あの時の双子のことなんて。
ヨハン
Okay.
He's on the run.
Yep. They're gonna show us where Anna's at. Whoa.
Time skip. Okay.
Okay.
あんた夏だってのにそんなに着込んで暑くねえのかよ。あ、なんだいそりゃ。3日前の新聞じゃねえか。今度はフェルデンで中年夫妻がやられたってな。犯人は医者だって話じゃねえか。
Oh wow, and because he's not
そういえ
around.
ばあんたもフェルデンへ行くって言ってたな。知り合いでもいるのかい？
あ
Yeah, his hair is a little bit
あ、会える
longer.
かどうかわからないが行かなくちゃならないんだ。
Dang, he is ready to
Whoa.
kill someone. Holy crap.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
so
All
this
right.
this is one of those episodes where they're basically like, all right, this is the transition point into the next arc where Tenma is on
point
a
of no
mission.
return.
Yeah, he's on a mission now to stop Johan, and
Right.
he will kill him.
Yeah.
And I think
Yep.
that that's the point that needs to be made, though, is that he is not interested in his own self-preservation as much.
Well, right, because like once he kills him, then there's no way to really clear his name. So.
Right, and I think that that's why he's not going and turning himself into the cops, because the last time he came close to that,
right,
Johan's influence was there. So this is a guy that's scared,
yep,
paranoid, and also, I would say a little bit angry with himself, because he is
absolutely.
He is the reason why Johan is still alive. He is not the reason why Johan is a monster. But he is equating that to be the same thing.
Yeah, he's indirectly responsible.
Well, right, but he's taking all the blame. He's saying, I let this monster into the world.
Exactly, because Johan's not going to take any of the blame.
Well, no, but that's the point. It's saying that Johan was a monster before he came into the hospital. And Tenma is not like... Well, and Tenma's equating the whole thing to be all his fault.
Yeah.
Because he should have let the kid die.
Right.
When really he shouldn't have. This is just... You can never know what would have happened.
Exactly,
kind of
yep. Yeah, but now he's in this situation and...
Right, and it sucks, and he's got to deal with it.
Right. And he's embracing the fact that he's like, okay, this is happening now, so I'm going to try and do my best to fix this.
Right. I just hope for his mental health, he'll be able to remain sane throughout all of this. Because I don't want him to turn into a monster.
Exactly, especially with the kind of effect that Johan can have on people.
Right.
Like, because like the gardener that was, gonna kill them for money. We don't know whether he was the kind of person who would do that normally, or whether he was actually an upstanding citizen that ended up getting, twisted and all that stuff.
Right.
And with fear, especially, like, over a long period of time, Tenma could end up getting desperate and doing some things that are
not good,
morally questionable.
No, just not good at all. Like, one of the things that I brought up in the discussion bit before the episode was how it doesn't really matter whether or not those cops were under Johan's influence or not, because Tenma believed they were.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore, that could create a situation where someone is acting antagonistic towards Tenma,
and Tenma believes they're
being controlled by Johan. So he feels like he has to stop not only Johan, but also those that are controlled by Johan and could lead to him killing, hurting, or
absolutely
just doing things to people that are completely innocent.
Well, and that's why I think it was such a big deal, because anytime you have a time skip, there's the potential for character growth or development, or the change in some way that you don't see.
Sure.
So the fact that they showed him not just with a gun in his jacket, but that he had a hand on the gun, like it was partially drawn.
Well, yeah,
like
that is
a big deal.
He's an idiot. If you're holding a gun like that, it's way more obvious that you're holding a gun.
Yes.
So I think this is more of a thing to show that he's stupid. He doesn't know how to walk around with a gun, stealthily.
Yes. Well, I think that one of the reasons he might be so worried about it in that particular situation is because the last time we saw someone else driving him somewhere, like not the hospital people, but the cops, it almost went very badly. So
so that's a thing of that. If he sensed any kind of Johan's influence over the guy, he might end up hurting him, or at the very least threatening him with the gun.
Right.
But I'm of the opinion that time skip character development is weak, and that this show is a higher quality show, so that when we see him have character development, it's going to happen. Like, we're going to see it. And the thing that we're actually going to show with the time skip is more of the plot development, in that he is now completely out of the police's reach.
Yeah.
No one's going to recognize him. No one's looking for him. He's out and about doing his thing, trying to search for Johan. But what they can also do then is go to other characters and show where their plot, so to speak, their story has developed, specifically Anna.
Right. That's the big one that we're wondering about right now. Since they did that whole bit with Ava. Since they did that bit with her, it made me think she was going to become like more of a main character or whatever. But then she just, screwed him over, and that was it.
Yeah.
So,
I have no remorse for her. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's one of those things that, like, it has nothing to do really with her actions really this episode so much. Because I feel like this one, she's in a bit of a compromised situation.
Sure.
So I have a little bit more grace for her.
Yeah.
But where she was at prior to this,
right,
she hasn't changed.
Yeah, exactly. It's the idea that she was given a chance to change.
She hit rock bottom.
She totally hit rock bottom.
I mean, pretty close. She had money, so not completely rock bottom.
It's a lot easier to cry in a mansion, than out on the street. But
yeah. But I really have no pity for her because she was given the opportunity to change. But instead, when she was presented with a way back, she decided to manipulate.
She went back to her old habits.
Connive in that way. And that shows that, her maturity levels are pretty low.
But but that doesn't mean that she's necessarily out of the story.
No, she's definitely in the story.
Like,
still.
I could see her being brought back like a while later.
Way later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that her character as such is a good forcing function to keep Tenma away from this area in terms of locally. Sure. But there's going to be little things like, say maybe he comes back because he did promise to go see, to go to the daughter's wedding of the guy that he saved.
Sure.
And that's a thing where, Tenma has to be a little bit careful.
Wait, did he promise to go to the daughter's wedding?
Yeah, he did say. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He said yes, of course. And then he's like, with you as my doctor, I think I'll be able to see my grandchild's wedding as well. And I was like, oh, man. And he's going to be gone, like, so soon.
Yep. It's like they're just laying it on thick for when
if anything,
gets worse.
That's a cool thing about this show. It makes it somewhat predictable in certain areas. When they start to lay on certain things a bit too thick, we're like, yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep, we know it's coming
it's
now.
It's like with the Sweet Parents or
right, the Fortners, which were fantastic. We're like, dead 1 and dead 2.
Yeah, or Mahler with the smoking. It's like...
Yep. The minute he's like, "I'm gonna quit smoking," like, "You're dead." Like,
oh no.
And I like that the show doesn't focus on Johan because Johan is a presence more than he is a character right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a much scarier thing than whatever Johan is.
Exactly, because it's the whole idea of the mystery and the unknown and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that episodes like this, where it's a lot of recap, it's a lot of Tenma kind of figuring out that he's actually going to do this, that he's resolved, okay, I'm going to go on this mission. I will stop Johan. This is my duty now. This is how I'm going to save more lives. This is one thing I wanted to bring up, is that in some way, Anna or Nina's letter basically commissioned him to do this.
It totally
and she
did.
didn't
It was
really
the call to
intend
action.
to.
Yeah.
I think she was intending to have him go back as a doctor and save lives, and he went to do that and then realized, this is not how I'm going to save lives. I'm going to save lives by ending this monster's life.
Exactly.
And
so
it's a really twisted kind of setup, because
it's kind of a throwback to Tenma's original deal with Johan.
Yep. Oh man. In some ways, Tenma is removing his agency of choice from the situation. He's feeling like it's his duty, like it's his guilt responsibility, He's doing this out of guilt primarily, which one of the things I've found that when people make decisions out of guilt is they tend to believe that they had no other choice. And Tenma, in this instance, is going the most direct and simple route, which I think
find him and kill him.
Yeah, exactly. But in that, we don't know if he's resolved in his head about whether or not he can actually kill Johan. And that's the thing that really gets me, is that Johan has made the choice to throw everything away.
Right.
But there's almost no way, in my opinion, that he'll be able to, before he actually sees Johan again hurting someone, that he'll be able to just pull the trigger without a thought. Well, if anything, I think he's going to find Johan, and they're going to have a conversation.
Well, and
Johan's going to make him not kill him, in that instance.
That's the problem, because and that's the biggest reason why that Tenma would have to, just as soon as he sees him, or someone that he's pretty sure that's Johan,
right?
Just 2 in the back of the head, is because he knows
2 in the chest, 1 in the head.
Yeah, whatever.
2 in the chest to take him down, and 1 in the head when he's on the ground.
Exactly. Is because he knows the effect that Johan's words can have on people. And
that's true.
And we don't know yet whether being the main character plot saves you from those words. So,
I would say it doesn't.
I would say it doesn't as well. Usually mind-affecting effects in, any kind of stories where they exist aren't done on the main character, because then it can feel like a robbing of agency.
Right. We've talked about fear in some of our previous discussions, and I think you're right in this, is that there's not just a fight or flight response when it comes to fear. There's also the freeze response. Yes. And when you're
fear cuts deeper than swords.
Yes, but when you're in the face of your deepest fear, your the sum of all of your fears,
right?
It can transfix you to the point to where you shut down.
Oh yeah,
and
that happened to Anna and a bunch of other people.
Right, but I've seen this happen on a basic physical level. Like someone's at a cliff, and they're like, "Oh, they're gonna go, diving into this lake or whatever."
Right, and they're just
no. But the thing is, they can't move away from the cliff. They're at the cliff, and suddenly they become euphoric. They get that sense of vertigo, and they're like, I can't jump, but I can't just walk backwards. And someone literally has to come up, grab their hand, and pull them back slowly. Right. It's this weird phenomena that happens, and I could see this really happening with Tenma if he doesn't have enough, unfortunately, of the monstrous qualities of anger, hatred, or rage in order to actually just focus and kill Johan. Otherwise, he'll choke.
I don't know, because I almost wonder if those things would be things that Johan could just manipulate. Because one of the things that anger? Because one of the things that I like about Tenma being a doctor is that doctors have to be very steady, very calm under pressure.
It's true.
Cutting someone open and all that stuff would probably be pretty nerve-wracking.
Right, but he's saving a life versus taking a life. And doctors have their code, their first thing to do no harm.
Right.
So,
yes. But the way he could rationalize it is that this is a surgery. I'm removing this tumor from the world,
I think that's exactly going to happen. We don't know, when he's going to see Johan again, right? But I'm guessing at one of the points, because I'm guessing it's not going to be just one time. I'm guessing he's going to see Johan multiple times before the show ends.
And he's probably going to say something that's almost exactly like that.
Closer to the end. That just sounds so perfect.
Yeah.
Like Johan's gonna taunt him with this wasn't the doctor's creed or something like that to do no harm. It's like I'm not doing harm. I'm removing a tumor from the world.
Yeah.
And then just pop.
Except yeah, that would be awesome to see happen.
That sounds a little bit too badass.
But that's too badass, and that downplays Johan's manipulative abilities a bit too much, I think. Because if he can turn people into drones.
Oh, but see, that's
then
like rule of threes, dude. If you think it's going to end not in a way with Johan's death, I
get that. I get that. Well,
because Anna, him, and Johan, I think are all going to be there at the end, and
I think Anna might be already dead.
Oh, okay. That'd be a good bet to make.
Because I feel like that would be the one big thing that was like, it can't get any worse than this, because she's supposed to be the only one that can stop him. He only has a weakness for his
possibly.
Sister. If something got crazy, if she actually disappeared to find Johan and kill him, like she didn't just do it to disappear.
She's doing the same thing he is.
Right, then I could see Johan deciding, well, okay, bye-bye.
We'll see.
Eventually, right? Because this is a long show.
Yeah, I think that would actually be if anything, she would have to die at the very, 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 very end. Oh. And that would be what causes Tenma potentially to snap out of it and then kill Johan. But I don't know. I think that these three characters are going to make it all the way to the end. I think we're going to have a lot more awesome side characters brought in.
Yep. And most of them are probably going to die.
And Tenma's the one that's really going to take most of the casualties because his character will be disassembled, broken down, beaten, bruised, battered.
Right. We're going to see in slow motion basically what the process is that would turn someone into a drone.
Or a monster.
Or a monster, yeah.
And I think that's a sad thing, but I feel like Tenma might get some redemption out of it because Anna could still be alive at the end.
Okay.
And I think that her being alive is also the only way Tenma can get out of this whole situation legally with the police as well. In that she is the perfect witness to
That's
it.
True. That's true.
I would love, if anything, if we do see Johan again and we see Anna again in the same situation, I want to hear a little bit more of the what happened back then and why is Johan the way he is.
Yeah. That would be cool to see.
I know that they're going to bring up the nature versus nurture argument. I know this is not relevant to this episode's discussion, but I just want to keep reiterating it. Johan was made.
Yeah.
Johan was made. There was definitely some nature in there, probably.
But yeah,
because they brought up the Ubermensch kind of vibe with this whole show, but Johan was made, and I think that's why they had them be twins, because in a way it defeats a little bit of the nature nurture argument.
Right.
And I know they're not. Yeah. I know they're not identical twins,
but it's
still, DNA.
The thing that so the reason why I think that they could have something happen where Johan dies and Anna dies is that could be the way without basically Tenma actually turning into a monster.
Okay.
They could have it be something where, because I don't think that's actually going to happen. That's going to be one of those things that's like a danger of happening.
Yes, I agree.
Tenma gets influenced by Johan.
Yes, I agree.
I think what's going to happen is that Tenma is going to be alive. Maybe he'll be in jail for a life sentence for murder or whatever afterwards. And the thing is that he will still have been influenced by Johan. So even sort of one of those beyond death things, Johan's tendrils of,
it's the
fear.
Right, it's the idea that when you kill a murderer, you didn't make one less murderer in the world, you just kept the number the same. Because in order to kill a murderer, you have to become a murderer. So if he kills Johan...
Right, in an execution style thing,
well, would you see kills Johan at all, he is now a killer.
Well, yeah.
He might have done it in a justified way.
Sure.
But then you have to justify killing someone. Which internally...
things like that.
Yeah. Yes, but I don't care. But internally, it's almost impossible to internally completely justify killing someone. It's really, really, really difficult. Like,
some people do better than others.
I know, but none of us have killed anyone, Jacob.
That's true.
And from what I've heard from people who have like gone overseas,
yeah,
and from people who have like gone through like rehabilitation and stuff with things like that, it's almost impossible. It stays with you forever.
Right.
Yeah. You come to terms with it,
but you certainly don't forget it.
You don't forget it, and you don't like kind of fully get over it. And
okay.
I'm not speaking from experience. I'm saying that like this is something that Tenma is going to wrestle with, and you're right. He's probably not going to become a monster.
No.
But it's going to be what he'll be in tension with. And I like that this episode showed him beginning that first step.
Exactly.
And how
Yep.
how cold his eyes looked when he was in the van with that guy.
Right. Yep. Yeah. And the fact that they left it ambiguous with him holding the gun.
Right. I think it's a little less ambiguous than you were making it out, but I still think you're right. It's pretty ambiguous. Yeah. All right. Well, good stuff, guys. This is a fun show, and oh man, again, they still get me with the sounds and the directing of the show.
The whole production of this show really was fantastic.
Yeah.
Like it looks older than it is, but like
yes, that's true.
The whole presentation of it is just so good. I did have a slight issue with how much recap they did this episode, but it kind of worked because they were setting up something up for Ava as a character, and it only felt kind of weird because then she like did her thing and then she seemed to be out of the story for now. But they could still do more stuff with her later.
Right. If anything, it's the end of any potential like redemption arc for her.
Not necessarily.
I mean, for now. Because this is the kind of thing that would actually make me really respect any kind of redemption type arc that did happen. Not that she would end up doing a full 180, but the idea is that people do not change easily. But they can change.
But they do not change easily. So the idea that something like this would happen makes perfect sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense for her character, but I think that if there was going to be any opportunity to change,
it would have changed.
It would have changed now, and it's probably not going to happen later. I'm just predicting based on what the show seems to be setting up, not actually what makes sense to happen in terms of real life. Like,
I don't think she's going to do any kind of 180 or anything like that.
No.
But
I think she's probably just going to drink herself into a devolved
but
form of herself.
She will have an arc, and I think she will change a bit. How she changes and to what degree, who knows? But
I would love to know what basis you put that upon. But
the amount of time they spent with her character this episode, really. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this is good discussion, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. But if you want to check out the immediate next reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access. You can also watch full-length reactions there, and all of this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about storytelling or what have you. And yeah, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.